9 minutes and counting here inside Parsons High School as the Vikings and the Grizzlies get ready to square off in a winner-take-all format as the winner advances either to most likely host or travel to Chanute on Friday night for the SCK Sub-State Championship. As I bring back in Jack Leak III. Jack, it's time for 3 keys tonight for these Grizzlies to be victorious over the Parsons Vikings.
The first key is going to be beat Parsons at their own game. We kind of talked about this the other day. Parsons may want to play quick. Okay, play quick. Beat them at that. If they're going to want to play quick, slow it down, do it. Beat them. You know, I mean, we don't necessarily, I don't feel like we're a team or deep enough to be able to set the tone and the pace of the game and control it and keep that all game. So let's kind of retreat a little bit. Whatever tempo Parsons sets, play at that tempo and beat them at their own game. And the second one's going to be the old slogan. I heard Fran Fraschilla say it just minutes ago during the Baylor-West Virginia game. It's not about the X's and O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. In other words, it's not about the X's and the O's and the technicality of every play and every screen. It's about you. It's about the players. You against Parsons. So don't get too caught up if you're Labette County in running the play perfectly and to a T, and go play basketball and have fun. And the third one is going to be defend from the rim out. Parsons is a decent three-point shooting team, but they're not a great three-point shooting team. They have the ability inside with Smith Reese and even Joe Page a little inside, as well as some of their guards, to beat you inside. So we're going to have to defend starting at the rim and then defend behind the perimeter as the game goes along.
As we watch Parsons warm up, a lot of bricks being shot up, so we hope that stays the case here tonight for the Vikings. But one player in particular who hurt us in the very first matchup is Ethan Hout. As Hout comes in as a senior, and in the very first matchup, I believe was 6 of like 9 or 10 from the three-point line in that matchup. And the last one, he was non-existent because Labette County's defensive tenacity in the lanes is what stirred them up enough to prove to be the difference maker. They get Paxton Swanson back tonight. We'll see what his difference is in this ball game. Yep. But I know when I visit with Coach Arbright, Hudson Baker, no quarter restrictions. He's coming off the bench early. A lot of minutes coming for the 6'6 freshman against these Vikings. And then on the flip side of it, you talk about the Jimmies and the Joes. Coach Arbright wants his team to play up-tempo and play with Parsons in the running game.
Yeah, and you mentioned Hudson. I'll get to all your points there. But you mentioned Hudson, and I love watching him play. You know, earlier on in the season, whenever he got his first few minutes, you know, you could tell that he was what we call green. You know, new to it, new to the spotlight, new to that pace of play, and playing against a little bit better post players than he was probably used to seeing with his height and size advantage in the past. But he's matured, as we saw Griff Eaton and Trey Vinson do around the Burlington tournament. We saw Hudson settle in and learn how to play under control in the paint over the past month or so, and he's really helped us out a lot, and I love watching him play. I still want our guards to utilize him more. You cannot use a 6'6 post enough. You can't. Either to get yourself a shot in the corner off of a feed or to get him a two-point shot inside. You cannot utilize Hudson Baker too much if you're Labette County tonight in this game. Then your other point of us playing up-tempo kind of goes back to my key and why I put that way, because Parsons, we talked about our girls. If we beat Chanute twice this season, which we did, could that haunt us come a third matchup in Sub-State? You wonder if us coming in here and winning in a really tense gymnasium is maybe going to give Parsons a chip on their shoulder and play a little angry tonight. You always want to try to win every game, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should have lost that, but you wonder if Parsons comes into this game with a little bit more aggression than they would have had we lost to them twice this season.
Yeah, it makes an interesting factor, but it is the rivalry. It is renewed, as most would say, between the Vikings and the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
We're 4 minutes and 35 seconds away from the start of this one. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We come back, starting lineups, national anthem and all, to wrap this pregame show up, and our sponsors, as we will be back in 60 seconds on KLKC 106.7 FM. Inside Parsons High School, I'm Will Owens alongside Jack Leak III. The 3-minute horn is sounding here as the Grizzlies and the Vikings get closer to action. Student section is out in full force for both squads. The Grizzlies came to the floor in their road blacks with red numerals and gold outlines, and there was a sense of a Grizzly homecoming call here inside Parsons tonight, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, the Grizzly fans, most of them, other than the student section across from us and a few other stragglers, the majority's behind us. And you're right, whenever they ran out from the tunnel, if you will, it was a pretty good little roar. And so which tells me that down the stretch, in a way, I hope this game's tight for the Grizzlies' sake and for the atmosphere's sake, is I really want to just feel that tenseness that we did earlier this season. I know it got a little hairy in the fourth quarter, but I think it'd be a great atmosphere if this game's tight come the last 5 minutes.
As we're 2 minutes away, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. This night's broadcast is powered by Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op,
as well as a few other sponsors, which include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, No Dine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, The Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, Farm Bureau Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House. And make sure you stay tuned for our post-game show when the action concludes, which will be sponsored by Bowen Pharmacy.
As we're 1 minute to go till the start of this one, we'll go and get you part of the starting lineups while they get ready to do an introduction for Sean Fry, as he was given an award for his media coverage of the SEK area. So starting lineups here for this one. First, for the visiting team, your Labette County Grizzlies, it's going to be number 4, a sophomore at 5'10", Latravion Vinson. Number 5, a junior at 5'11", Eli Heston. Number 10, a junior at 6 foot, Chase Carnahan. Number 12, a junior at 6'2", Alex Meister. And number 21, a senior at 6 foot, Trent Brock. So again, for the Grizzlies, it is Vinson, Heston, Carnahan, Meister, and Brock. And for the Parsons Vikings, it is number 0, a senior at 6'1", Ethan Hauk. Number 3, a sophomore at 5'9", Jesse Jones. Number 12, a junior at 6'1", Paxton Swanson. Number 21, a senior at 6'2", Silas Hickles. And number 23, a senior at 6'1", Julius Smith-Reese. So again, for the Vikings, it is Hauk, Jones, Swanson, Hickles, and Smith-Reese. Should be an exciting one here tonight, Jack, as they're doing the awards right now for Sean Fry, the local sports guy for Parsons' son. But this one just has a different feeling tonight. The gym's got a different level of intensity. It's just a different, I don't know how you want to say it, but there's a fire in here tonight.
There is, and you're right. There is a feel, there's a vibe in this gym, and to kind of add to that, it doesn't feel like I've forgotten everything that's happened the past couple weeks. Like, that's how this feels. It feels like each team is renewed. They're coming into this game with amnesia, forgetting the past. So this is two teams who have brainwashed the last month of play, and I'm ready to see them duke it out.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how they go back and forth. And I think your biggest matchup across the table, if you're truly the one that we're going to circle and know who's going to be guarding who, it's Eli Heston versus Silas Hickles tonight. As Hickles has guarded him twice, Heston's got the better of him once. Hickles has got the better of Heston the first time.
Yeah, and I remember the first game whenever they came to Harrison, I didn't realize that Silas Hickles was like 6'2", 6'3". He's tall, and he plays from behind the three-point line but can also beat you inside. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup to watch. And you hope that Smith-Reese does not get going, because once he gets going, it really stretches out the floor if you're the defense and makes it hard for them to be guarded.
As there is a round of applause for the Sports Writer of the Year award for the state of Kansas and Kansas State High School Athletic Association is Sean Fry, as he starts to get a standing ovation from those in the gym, one in particular, head coach Ryan Phillips of the Labette Community College softball team, the Lady Cardinals, as now they get ready for the starting lineups. We'll listen in here inside Parsons High School for the start of the national anthem. As the band has performed the national anthem, let's take one final 60-second timeout. We come back, we'll have starting lineups for you, or have the start of this one between the Vikings and the Labette County Grizzlies. Starting lineups are finished, and for the Labette County Grizzlies, Vikings just now getting ready to go through theirs, as it should be a good one on tap. Like we said, we beat it to a pulp, but you just feel a different mentality. The whole side across the gym, Grant, they are socially distanced in the student sections. The student sections are filled to the max here inside Parsons High School tonight.
Yeah, they are. It doesn't feel like a regular season game. I don't know how to describe it. This feels like a postseason game, which it is, obviously. I mean, if you lose, you're done. And you can tell and just feel that the players know that and the fans know that. And we haven't tipped yet.
No.
It's going to be a roller coaster.
It's going to be like our Coach Arbright and I visited about before the game. It's going to be a heavyweight matchup. It's going to be if you can withstand the blows of the other squad. Labette County's going to have to take the blows of the Vikings. One that the Vikings didn't get to give to them in the first game, because they never delivered that knockout punch, or even a punch at that. And so Labette County never saw a push from. We'll see if they do in this one. But it's setting up to be a real thriller here for 4 quarters as the Grizzlies take the floor and the Vikings meet one final time with Coach Houck. The Grizzlies will start with the basketball. They'll work towards the right side of the floor. Vikings will work in front of the Grizzly bench to start. It's Vikings, it's Grizzlies. The rivalry renews inside Parsons High School.
The last time we played them here in this building, within the first 6 minutes, you could tell we were going to win that game, because we came out and we just knocked them out, and they had no idea how to respond. So we'll see if we can do that same thing here tonight.
Grizzlies with the basketball to start this one. Heston now over to Trey Vincent. Vincent gets a screen from Heston. Doesn't want to use it. A trap comes out of it. They're going to kick it to Heston in the corner. He'll bring it back out. They'll skip cross-court pass to Alex Meister. Now back out to Heston, guarded by Swanson. He drives baseline. He reverses it out to Meister. Grizzlies continuing to look. Man-to-man defense from the Vikings to start this one early.
Really high intensity. Each team may come out a little bit nervous and miss some shots, but we'll see if they settle in down the stretch.
Meister with it, worked on by Smith-Reese. Grizzlies are content running their offense here as they've already had the ball for 60 seconds into this one, yet to put up a shot.
And it seems like that's the game plan because they haven't attacked the rim one time.
A downstream set for Heston. He's going to not shoot it. He's going to dribble right, pull up from the free throw line, leaves it short, rebound backside. Chase Carnahan with the first 2 points for Labette County as the defense now turns it on for the Grizzlies. It's over to Silas Hickles. He drives right, gets a foot in the lane, backs it out. Good contest. Kick out Houck for 3. He's long, no good. Rebound by Jones, tries to skip it across. It's poked away. Grizzlies control it as it's Carnahan bringing the ball up the floor for Labette County.
Nice rebounding on both ends.
Vincent has the ball, forgot to put the ball on the deck first as he pump faked the 3. Turnover Labette County, and now it's Viking basketball, 2-0.
Trey does that sometimes. I remember referring to it another time he did it. He kind of moves as he catches the ball, and he travels quite a few times, so he's got to watch that pivot foot.
Ball to Smith-Reese in the corner. He loses the dribble. Grizzlies right there. Heston has it out of bounds to Labette County as they came on the double team on Smith-Reese, and he did not see it in time. Turnover Vikings, so Grizzlies and Vikings nearly mimic each other except for the Grizzlies score on the first possession.
The second that ball was out of Smith-Reese's possession, Trent Brock was on the floor bear hugging that thing.
As the gym begins to shake, the Viking student section banging their feet onto the ground as they're yelling defense. So maybe a little competition between the student sections tonight.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure that'll slowly – we usually say about the fourth quarter, you can feel the intensity. That's going to happen come second half.
Maybe the whole game.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe the whole game.
Vincent with it at the top of the right key. He's worked on by Smith-Reese. He drives, tries to hand off to Meister. It's poked away by Swanson. Meister recovers as he'll set back up the offense, looking to drive on Swanson. Gives it off to Vincent, now guarded by Smith-Reese. He spins right, gets a jump stop in the lane. Now he's in trouble. Tries to skip it backside to Brock and throws it away. Turnover Labette County. As the Vikings will push the tempo up the floor to Smith-Reese, gives it off to Jones. He's going to drive right, kick to Hickles. Hickles now drives, gives it to Smith-Reese in the middle of the lane. He misses on a tip shot from Brock, and a foul underneath as Reese went for the rebound and the putback. As the foul goes on number 4, Trey Vinson. His first, team's first. Smith-Reese headed to the line.
We did a good job containing Julius last game and have done a decent job here early because he's kind of their heartbeat. But he obviously picked one up on us there.
And already Smith-Reese a little frustrated with himself as he missed the first free throw and showed the frustration. Second one is up and smooth as silk for Reese. It's 2-1, Labette County.
We've played out of control but have handled it well. And made up for some of it on the defensive end, but it's still early, and as I mentioned, nerves are being settled.
Heston kicks it to Meister. Meister drives into the corner, kicks it out now to Heston. He's going to drive right, gives it up to Meister. Open 3 for Alex, off the front rim, off the back and out. Rebound Smith-Reese, and Parsons out in transition quickly as Hickles has it, looks to drive. He's double teamed, gives it off to Jones. Now Jones gets in the lane, bumped, and loses the basketball up the floor to Heston. He'll go up and lay it in. Labette County 4, Parsons 1. The Grizzlies defense is tenacious in the lanes here early.
That is exactly what happened last time we played them. Exactly.
Hickles gets it, kicks it to the corner to Smith-Reese. He goes.
Yes.
He's blocked from behind, but they're going to say on the arm. This one goes on Trent Brock as it will be just his first, team second. And Smith-Reese is head back to the line for 2 shots.
It seems like Trent kind of struggles with that, knowing when to go for the block and knowing when not to. There, he was beat baseline and was behind him and shouldn't have went for the block. He just completely hacked across his arms. So you have to be a little bit smarter if you're Trent on when to go for the block.
Another front end missed by Smith-Reese as he'll step to the line for his second as it is up off all sides of the rim and falls home 4-2. Labette County checking in for the Vikings. It's number 5, a junior at 6'1", Cedric Webb Jr. As it's Carnahan with the basketball, kicks it to Heston at top of the right key. He's got a screen from Brock. He's not going to use it. He's going to back it out, loses the handle. Meister corrals it for him. Now Meister gets in the lane, pump fakes, kicks to Carnahan. Now Carnahan drives, nobody there, but Heston corrals it. And Meister has it now right in the right corner as Arkwright's yelling, settle down. Run your offense as now Meister drives right, gets all the way to the rack, misses the layup, saves it, but they say he steps on the inline. Good take from Alex Meister, just did not finish it at the rim.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, that was a bad offensive possession and then a good one. It was an up-down possession, as they say. But Alex will make that later on in the game. Again, tensions are still kind of high.
4-2 the score. Vikings looking to tie or take the lead. Hauk has it on the right side. He's going to drive baseline, kick it to Smith-Reese. He's on the attack. He goes up and misses the floater. Rebound, Carnahan up the floor to Vincent. Grizzlies out in transition. Vincent goes for the attack and is blocked by Hickles. Ball coming the other way. And a near steal by Heston. Saved by Heston. What a play behind the back. He's going to get it on a layup and go up for the attack. And one! Eli Heston attacks Silas Hickles. And he is headed to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play right here inside Parsons High School.
That was an entertaining 30 seconds, need I say?
Maybe 15 seconds.
Yeah, it came quick, you're right. That was a great 15 seconds for these Grizzlies and a phenomenal save off of a block on the opposite end by Eli Heston and a nice transition push there by Trey.
Heston steps to the line looking to give Labette County a 7-2 lead here early. One more to come. It is up and home for Eli Heston, and it all starts from the hustle play on Eli, saving it behind the back, and now Smith-Reese kicks to Hauk. Hauk will launch a three around the rim and out. 7-2 Labette County, and they're looking for more.
Yeah, Parsons 0 for 2. Hauk with each attempt from behind the three-point line. And the Grizzlies, what has been different from what they've been doing is making them pay for their mistakes.
Meister with the basketball, gives it to Brock. Now off to Carnahan around the perimeter. It swings. Vincent looks for Heston at top of the key. He's going to back it back out. 3:05 to go in quarter number one. 7-2, a three from Meister. Can it? Alex Meister from the top of the key. It's 10-2 Grizzlies as they are continuing to put on a show here early against the cross-county rivals, the Vikings.
We get a stop here. I smell a Viking timeout. Okay.
Jones step back three to silence the Grizzly crowd. 10-5. Grizzlies looking to extend that lead right back.
Still looking really good. We started to play looser and more confident earlier than Parsons. Parsons still a little uptight, maybe not after that three, but we loosened up sooner than they did.
Vincent with it in the right corner, guarded by Smith-Reese, gives it now to Heston. 2:22 on the clock. Jones guarding Heston as he goes right, kicks to Vincent in the corner. Three from Trey Vincent. Can it from downtown? The Grizzlies are scorching hot inside Parsons High School, 13-5. And it's Smith-Reese with the basketball, kicking it back to Jones.
I feel like I'm watching the exact same game last time we were in this gym.
As ball comes to Smith-Reese. Smith-Reese now worked on by Brock. He drives left, gets baseline, goes up and scores it. Smith-Reese and Hauk with the only attempts outside of Jones. A foul before the shot. Grizzlies were not aware of Paxton Swanson lurking in the area, and he takes it away as Hudson Baker heading to the scores table to check in along with Griffin Eaton. So we'll see who Baker and Eaton replace, as it looks to be Brock along with Carnahan, as Hickles checks back in replacing Hauk.
The first substitutions for Labette County. Their starting five just played 6 minutes and 50 seconds, a really good ball.
Paxton Swanson off the steal on the inbound, gets the ball in the corner off the inbound play, and hits the three. It's 13-10 Labette County, as now they've got to search to extend this lead back as momentum's picking right back up. Meister with it, pump fakes at the free throw line, kicks it out to Heston. Heston drives left, now circles it back out to Meister. High post to Vincent. Vincent inside to Baker. Baker will just go up over the top of Smith-Reese and miss it just off the front of the rim. It looked good from here. Jones is going to launch a three out of transition, leaves it short left. Rebound Vincent. The Grizzlies are going to slow down the tempo a little bit.
Big miss from Jones there.
And as I say that, Eli Heston likes to go all the way to the rim and just barely misses the layup. 13-10. Now here comes Webb. Webb attacks, look to get away with a travel, but no call. 13-12, and it's back to a 1-point game.
Yeah, this is just back and forth. This is a great first quarter. I don't even know. We've had like 2 stoppages of play. We're already 45 seconds away from the end of quarter number 1.
Heston with it at the top of the key. Coach Arby signaling one shot here as it's Eaton with the basketball. He gives it off now to Trey Vincent, as Vincent will back it out. 13-12, 30 seconds now on the clock. Meister back over to Vinson. 22 seconds now. As they're calling for Heston to get the basketball. Vinson goes right now, backs it out to Eaton. 13 seconds, now 12. Ball in Heston's hands, 10 seconds. 9, 7. Heston with it, and he's continuing to get fouled by Hickles for a hand check, and they get it for him. That's 2 on Silas Hickles.
Yeah, that's big 2 fouls on Silas. But if you're Labette County with almost 6 seconds on the clock, get a good look. We've had 5 or 6 times where there's 6 seconds on the clock, and we put up a shot, and the ball hits the ground before the buzzer sounds. Use all of that 5.7 and get a good look.
Eaton with the basketball, 4 seconds on the clock, kicks it to Meister. Meister's going to launch a contested 3, nowhere to be found, and it will be at the end of quarter number 1. Labette County 13, Parsons Vikings 12. Let's take a 60-second timeout here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you, we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
It could happen.
Viking basketball to start quarter number 2. Ball comes left side to Smith. He's going to drive left kick to Hickles. Hickles playing with 2 fouls so far in this one. As Baker is guarding Hickles, he's sagging off. As Hickles loses the handle, Baker just staying in front of him. Now Hickles drives left or right, kicks it out. Ball reversal for Parsons. Jones in the lane, goes up and misses. And you can thank Baker's length for that, but then he gets crossed up and put on the ground. 14-13, Vikings with their first lead in this ball game.
The rebounding had been pretty good until that possession, gave up a couple and 2 points.
Vikings go to a 2-3 zone here, shifts into a 3-2 now against the Grizzlies to start. Ball comes to Meister in the corner, kicks to Heston, back up on the left wing. Baker playing the center of this zone, kicks it back to Vincent, now right back to Baker. Corner pass to Eaton for 3, Griffin misses, long and strong. No rim drawn at all, and it's a rebound Parsons as Jones brings it up the right side of the floor, crosses over and kicks to Hickles now on the left wing. Hickles thought about the 3, and now he's going to look to drive right, kicks to Hauk now. Hauk drives baseline, back out to Hickles. Hickles pump fakes the 3, gets into the lane, goes up and scores for Silas Hickles. 16-13 Parsons now.
Hickles making up for his 2 personal fouls. He has 4 points and eating us up inside. Hudson not doing a bad job off the jump.
As they have a traveling violation on Griffin Eaton for dragging the pivot foot. Carnahan checks in, replacing Eaton.
Yeah, so the game is getting to that point where it's starting to settle in. When I say settle in, I don't mean we play bad and they play good, but it's just slowed down a little bit on offense for us. The ball was moving really hot, sometimes out of control even. We had some out of control possessions that led to 3-pointers. So the game's starting to settle in a little bit.
Smith-Reese with it. He's going to drive on Baker, dumps it backside to Webb. He goes up against Heston and scores it. 18-13, Grizzlies trailing the Vikings as they stay in their half-court press.
And you don't want to get to that point where you find yourself down by double digits. Then you think, here we go again, because we've been in that position so many times recently. Return the favor on offense and keep the game right there at halftime.
Ball skips far corner to Carnahan, back out to Heston, rotated around the perimeter. 3-2 zone still from these Vikings. As it goes back to Meister on the corner. Now back up to Vincent, a near steal into Baker inside. He'll go up and miss it as he never fully squared up to score the bucket. And now ball comes corner to Webb, and he travels with it. Turnover, Vikings.
That's a big travel. We needed that right there because you could tell the Argerbright timeout was nearing if he didn't travel there. But Hudson can get a shot all night whenever he wants, but it's just a matter of how good of a shot he makes it. The past two have been kind of a weak shot, but the positioning is there.
Ball comes Carnahan up top. It rotates back around the perimeter as Vincent has it and tries to get over to Heston. Now he does. Heston makes the extra pass to Carnahan. The corner kicks to Vincent. Extra pass to Meister for 3. Hit it for Alex Meister. Great ball movement for the Grizzlies as they respond in a much-needed time to cut the Viking lead to 2.
That was the biggest 3 we've hit all game. We've already hit 3 threes, and that was the biggest one.
Swanson with it at the top of the right key. He gives it off to Hauk, guarded by Meister. He pump fakes a 3, now looks to drive, and a traveling violation. Oh, no, they're going to get a foul on Alex Meister for a hand check, and it will be out of bounds to the Vikings. Sub coming in, it's going to be number 3. Jesse Jones checking back in. He will replace number 22, Justin Smith.
Yeah, this has been a well-officiated game so far. The total fouls for both teams combined is just 6, and we have seen probably triple that at some points this season.
As the ball is inbounded deep to Webb, and Heston's on him. Now they give it to Hauk back in the corner. Hauk looks to drive on Meister, kicks to Swanson for 3, and Paxton Swanson drills the 3 from the corner, and Vikings respond and back up 5. As they look to go inside from Carnahan to Baker, poked out from behind, Vikings in transition. Webb loses it, taken away by Vincent. Full court pass to Heston.
Wow.
Heston goes up and scores the layup. And what a dime from Trey Vincent to find Heston leaking out.
That's one of the better transition passes I've seen all season.
As Smith-Reese drives on Reese, and that's all ball, but they're going to say it's on the arm. Baker can't believe it, as it looked like a lot of ball was on that hand, or a lot of hand was on that ball.
Yeah.
As Argerbright's asking, what about the lowering the shoulder to get into him? Just pleading his case to the official. First shot up from Smith-Reese is in. 22-18, one more to come.
Yeah, that was a picture-perfect block. He met him at the top. He didn't hack. Smith-Reese shot kind of into Hudson's hand. They met halfway. That was a perfect block.
Next shot from Smith-Reese is off the mark, no good. 22-18, Grizzlies with the basketball. 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, this game's flying by, but, you know, fun times don't last very long, they say, because it's been a really entertaining game.
Meister has it. He's picked up. He's in trouble. Gets it to Carnahan now. Carnahan hands it off to Heston.
Ooh.
Heston gets in the lane, pull up inside the lane, and scores the Eli Heston playing well. 22-20. Grizzlies back within 2.
He's already got 9, and fresh 2 there off of a crafty move in the paint.
Another foul. This one's going to go on Alex Meister, and he had a lot of ball on Silas Hickles, but we'll see what they get. They're going to call on number 5, Eli Heston, on the arm.
I wondered, I didn't think that was on Alex. Alex, that was pretty clean, but Eli was kind of in front of the guy, and that's where the foul occurred.
Shot from Hickles is up on the first free throw. He misses it. One more to come for Hickles. 22-20, Grizzlies staying within striking distance.
Yeah, they are. The Vikings have missed half their free throws, but this one to come, he missed it.
Baker with a massive rebound, gets it out to Vincent. Grizzlies trail by 2, 3 minutes to go. Vincent drives, goes up, and draws the foul. What a take by the sophomore, Trey Vincent, as he looks to be playing with a new level of confidence here against the Vikings.
And we've seen that from him. Coach Argerbright said in the post-game interview after our game against Independence last game that he plays really good when he gets downhill, and I was hoping he was going to take it at Smith-Reese there.
As Smith-Reese draws his first foul, now Coach Hauk's working on the officiating crew, and it's the front end's no good for Vincent. Last one to come. He spins on his hand, takes a deep breath, puts it up. Long no good. Smith-Reese with the rebound. 22-20 still, Vikings. Hauk with it, top of the key, drives right on Meister, gets in the lane, goes up and scores it. Meister never cut off Hauk, and he took advantage. As it's up to Vincent now, Grizzlies looking to respond, down 4.
Good game. I mean, there was no help defense there. Nobody even there to take a charge or a block.
Ball goes Meister. He pump fakes, kicks it to Vincent. Wide open 3 for Trey Vincent. Hits the front rim and off. Good look for Trey as it's 24-20. Hauk with the basketball. He's driving. Looked to get away with the travel. Now gets it out. And that time they're going to get a traveling violation on Smith Reese. 24-20. And that might have been a slight makeup call for Hauk early.
I agree. I think it was. But Parsons just can't quite. They're close, but they can't quite get to that 8-9 point lead. Credit Grizzlies playing good defense when they need to, but sooner or later they're going to have to take the lead.
As Meister gets it, he drives, stops, goes up and scores it as Smith Reese was trying to fall back, take the charge, and Meister pulled a little trickery and just put the brakes on. As Jones gets out of control, has it stripped, he corrals it, blocked by Chase Carnahan, out of bounds. What a block by number 10 Carnahan. It's still Viking basketball here. Grizzlies trail by 2 with 2:29 to go.
Chase blocked that because he closed out perfectly.
As there's a timeout on the floor, it's 30 seconds. Grizzlies trail 24-22. We'll take it with them, 30 seconds on KLKC.
Wood Doolahary Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners Insurance.
(24-22). Vikings with a 2-point lead, 2:30 to go in this half. As it's Viking basketball set on the inbound. Hauk set to get it in. They look both sides. Now they'll just get into Smith Reese as he's guarded by Baker. As now Smith Reese gets it back, looking to drive on Baker. And a traveling violation. That's one thing Baker's length can cause. If you aren't going to be able just to go up, you're going to have to stop and try and change directions. And another turnover for the Vikings as Cedric Webb's going to check in to replace Smith Reese. So Smith Reese and Hickles both out of this ball game. So Labette County's got to take advantage early here as ball is outside to Vincent working against this zone of the Vikings.
Yeah, you're right. Hudson's down there. He's got a foot on these guys.
As Meister wasn't ready for the pass, Baker puts some on it. Meister taps his chest, knows it was his fault. But Baker plays right in the center of that zone and causes a lot of issues for these Vikings.
Yeah, and he could be creating more issues if he would square up and try to take somebody one-on-one to the basket. He's playing okay, but that drive's there whenever he wants it.
Swanson goes to drive, switches to the left hand and scores it, 26-22. And Paxton Swanson looking good here early. Ball outside to Vincent. Vincent now dribble left, give it off to Heston, now to the corner to Meister, still working against his zone or the Grizzlies. Carnahan has it, pump fakes. Now he had a lane, elects not to drive, and gives it back to Vincent, now back to Carnahan. Grizzlies rotate the perimeter. They're missing the inside as Baker was wide open. As Vincent has it back, 1:18 to go in the half, 26 Vikings, 22 Grizzlies. Ball inside to Baker, kicks it back out. He's got to get out of the lane, and he does. Three from Heston in the corner is good. 26-25. It's a 1-point Viking lead with 1 minute to go in the half.
That was a long possession, but a controlled possession.
A strip from Heston. He got it away from Smith. Now to Vincent. He'll go up, miss the layup, rebound Carnahan. Carnahan will go up and get it to roll over the front of the rim. Grizzlies pounding the boards. 27-26. Grizzlies with their first lead in this second quarter.
Yeah, you're right. They had been trailing, and they've been playing good down the stretch. We got to close out in the next 35 seconds. We need to keep this going into the locker room.
Ball to Swanson. He's going to launch a deep three. Misses off to the right. Rebound to Labette County as Heston gives it up to Carnahan. Grizzlies bark for one shot. They want to head into the locker room with the lead on these Vikings.
Do not even give the Vikings an attempt at a half-court shot.
A three from the corner from Vincent, hits the back rim and falls in. Trey Vincent gives the Grizzlies a 4-point lead here with 8 seconds to go in the first half. Jones with it, punt, shoots up a launch three, Hail Mary style, no good. Heston's going to launch a three-quarter, and it is off the mark. Grizzlies will head into the half with a 30-26 lead over the cross-county rival, the Parsons Vikings. let's take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, halftime stats, and it will be brought to you by Stats by Jack.
It can happen any time or place. You feel a tingle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you try to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That smells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
I'm a patriot and a mechanic, which means I know the difference between a symbol and a tool. The American flag is a symbol of everything that I would die to defend. This is a tool. It says nothing about my politics. I wear it to protect the people that I love. We have a job to do, and this is the right tool for that job.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you, we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
Halftime score here inside Parsons High School. It is the Labette County Grizzlies 30 and the Parsons Vikings 26. It's time for Stats by Jack, and we will turn it over to him right now.
Well, first for the Grizzlies, Eli Heston had 12 points, played really nice basketball, didn't just jack up a lot of threes, played very nice ball and took the shots that were given to him. Alex Meister had 8 points. Trey Vincent had 6 points, both three-pointers, and Chase Carnahan had 2 points. For the Vikings, Paxton Swanson had 8 points. Then it was Smith Reese with just 5 points, 3 of those coming from the free throw line. Jones had 3 points, Sickles had 4 points, Webb had 4 points, and Houck had 2 points.
As that is your halftime score, 60.
I wish.
30 to 26. I'm trying to search and find a score of the Chanute game at the moment. Haven't had any luck thus far. But, Jack, it's been really back and forth. And it's about the way it was until, at this point, Labette County in the last matchup was up by 10, I believe, and never looked back, 8 to 10. And now, it's the opposite flip. We're only up 4. But momentum is on the Grizzlies side right now heading into the break.
Yeah, we ended the half on an 8-0 run. We were down 26-22 and then just went bang, bang, and now we're up 30-26. You could not ask for a better way to close out the half. I mean, you couldn't. And, yeah, you're right. It's very similar to the last time we played them here, the only difference being Parsons has responded tonight. Last time we played them here, Parsons got knocked down early and didn't know how to respond. They've responded tonight, and that's why we're only up 4, but we played good. I mean, we're on pace to score 60, which for us is pretty good. 17 points in the second quarter, shot the ball well. We've made 5 threes.
Yeah, and if you ask Parsons about if they see the 3-ball falling for Labette County right now, after the last 2 matchups, they're probably thinking, crap, we're in for another long night.
Yeah, that's Chanute made 15 against them.
And then Pittsburgh added 13 in on them.
That's brutal, and it's frustrating. It's demoralizing as a defense because whenever a team's really hot, it doesn't matter how good a defense you're playing. the other team is just going to hit those shots on you. Whenever it's just you're shooting without thinking, it's so demoralizing as a defense because you start to think, I'm doing my best, but I can't stop them from making it, and it just slowly wears you down over time.
And halftime score from Chanute High School, it is the Independence Bulldogs 23 and the Chanute Blue Comets 19.
Okay, that's about where I probably would have guessed. Maybe not like the exact score, but I would have probably assumed Indy would be up a handful at halftime. They're playing really good, Will.
Coach Smith's known for having his squads ready for the
They're playing
postseason hits, and he's got his squad roaring up into the postseason, and they are leading right now. And if Labette County or Parsons, whoever wins this one, if Independence pulls off that one, they're hosting sub-state championship.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, our girls, granted a miracle tomorrow night, should get away with a solid win at home. So it'd be great for Indy to win tonight, as well as our boys, and have back-to-back sub-state games held in Harrison back in Altamont, sub-state championship that being.
As it is 4 minutes away from the start of the second half, the Vikings trail your Labette County Grizzlies 30-26. 16 minutes to decide a victor here between the Grizzlies and the Vikings. Let's take a 2-minute timeout when we come back. We'll be ready for second half action inside Parsons High School.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We can do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches, we could do capsules, we can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
Grizzlies lead at the end of the first half, 30-26. Like we said earlier, 16 minutes to decide a victor here tonight. And most likely, by the way it's leaning right now, winner will host the championship as the Independence Bulldogs are up 23-19 on the Chanute Blue Comets at the half. And so we'll see what happens from here on out as the Parsons Vikings and the Labette County Grizzlies are back out on the floor, as it looks to be the same starting five for both squads. And Jack, any thoughts here before we get ready to go?
No, but we talk about this, so I might as well say it again. If whoever wins the third quarter, is it one of those games where you say they win it all? You know, from what the first half just showed us, I'm going to say no.
No.
Whoever wins the third quarter, some games you can tell.
If there's 16 minutes left in this game, it's going to take 14 minutes and 30 seconds to decide who wins it.
So it comes down to the final couple.
Final minute and a half.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't disagree. But by the way each team was just exchanging punches in the first half, I agree. I think that if we lose or win the third quarter, still, I agree, comes down to the final couple minutes.
As there is 20 seconds to go, starters are the same. Trent Brock, Eli Heston, Trey Vincent, Chase Carnahan, Alex Meister for the Grizzlies. A change in the starting lineup for the Vikings. Cedric Webb's going to start instead of Jesse Jones, along with Julius Smith-Reese, Paxton Swanson, Silas Hickles, and Ethan Houck. And it's Grizzly basketball to start this second half. As we're on our way, it's Grizzlies with the ball. Vincent controls the point guard position. Ball comes left wing to Carnahan. Heston gets it in the corner now, worked on by Hickles. They hit a cutting Meister. Now Meister gets baseline, goes up. No foul call. Rebound Houck, as it looked like maybe he shied away from a little bit of the contact, and the Vikings are out in transition.
He did a little bit, but anytime we get a shot at the rim, I'm not going to complain because probably 80% of our shots that we take don't come from the paint, so I'm okay with that.
Hickles with the basketball, guarded by Vincent. He's going to get a screen from Webb. Now lane opens up. Dish side back to Smith-Reese, and he scores it. And the Vikings cut the Grizzly lead to 2 early, as it's Heston with it, running the point guard, kicks it to Vincent, now to Carnahan. And he'd like to see Carnahan score a few more to help Labette County out, as it's Heston with it, guarded by Hickles, gives it back to Carnahan, guarded by Webb. Carnahan gets in the lane, kicks to Vincent, extra pass to Meister. He'll launch a 3, just a touch long. Rebound backside by Hickles as he's out in transition. 5-on-4 for the Vikings, 3 from Paxton Swanson, off the rim, no good. Rebound Webb backside, he'll go up and score it, and they'll knot it up 30-all. And this momentum is not picked up from where it left off. It is just constant inside this gym.
Yeah, I mean, halftime is just like a really, really long timeout. So you do expect it to be a little different coming out of the second quarter out of the gate. So kind of what I expected. We're tied.
30-30. Vincent has it. He makes a lazy pass and it's taken away by Paxton Swanson. Gives it off to Smith-Reese. He'll go up and lay it in. Vikings on a 6-0 run to start the third quarter.
We did a good job in the first half of not letting their little runs turn into double-digit leads, and you hope it doesn't bleed into one here.
Carnahan with it. He'll use a screen from Heston. He'll drive, now kick it to Vincent. Vincent right back to Carnahan as he gets a screen from Brock. Now Carnahan drives, tries to get to Brock on a pick and roll. Now inside to Meister. He'll go up and score it as he got Swanson off balance, and the Grizzlies knot it right back up at 32-all.
Alex can score really well down there. He's not small and knows how to use his body and can shoot, so I want to see him get more shots on the block.
Good hands by Trent Brock as he tipped the pass from Smith-Reese out of bounds, so it will be Viking basketball on the inbound as they'll look to get it into Hickles now. Hudson Baker already headed to the scores table for the Grizzlies. Hickles drives, kicks the corner to Smith-Reese. He'll launch it from just inside the three-point line and connects it. 34-32, Vikings right back out to a 2-point lead.
Smith-Reese has already scored more in the third quarter than he did all first half. We got to slow him down.
Heston shot off the mark, wide right, draws no iron. Smith-Reese on the rebound, stolen away by Brock as he tried to make the extra pass.
Big steal.
Heston out in transition, gives it now to Vincent. He'll go up, misses the layup. Rebound fought for, it's out on the deck, and Swanson comes away with it and backs it back out. Pump fakes a 3. And up to Houck as Houck drives, kicks to Hickles. He'll launch a 3 and leaves it long. Rebound fought for. Carnahan will not be able to control it. It's out of bounds off of Labette County.
That was kind of a 50-50 possession. There were probably 2 or 3 times where the ball could have landed in either team's hands, and it just so happened to end up in Parsons. But we've handled their downhill push pretty well. We're only down 2, and they've scored 8, and we've only scored 2, so we've handled it okay.
Brock checks out. Baker checks in for him. Hickles drives, kicks it to Houck in the corner. He'll launch a 3, leaves it long. Rebound fought for, out of bounds off of Labette County as he couldn't keep his toe off the line. And so it's Vikings on the inbound once again.
I'm just watching Eli. As we have a timeout, I'll get to it in a moment.
So timeout, Coach Argerbright here halfway through quarter number 3. Grizzlies trail 34-32. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And let's thank our sponsors and remind everybody that tonight's broadcast is powered by the Bartlett Co-op and Labette Health.
As well as Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, Nodine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, Farm Bureau Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House.
Hickles off the inbound here for the Vikings as they'll get it into Hauk. Hauk now surveys. He thought about the three, and now he picks up his dribble and gives it off to Jones, who checks into the ball game. He'll now give it to Reese, who will get all the way to the rim and lay it in over the front. Vikings lead is 4, and full court pressure now from the Vikings.
Hudson was just a little late on the closeout. He gave Smith-Reese the baseline, and Smith-Reese took advantage, and Hudson was just beat by one step.
Vincent with the basketball, looks for Heston, nothing there. He drives right, drives left, kicks it to Meister. Now Meister's going to drive, get in the lane, put it up, and one for Alex Meister, as he'll head to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play off the foul from number 21, Silas Hickles, as that is his third personal.
That was a great controlled drive by Alex. He took what I call a slow step at about the elbow, which kind of helped him reassess his drive, got an edge, and got the and one. Great drive from Alex.
As that ball touched every side of the rim a couple times and finally rolled home for Meister. It's a 2-point Viking lead, or 1-point Viking lead now, 36-35. Ball goes to Smith-Reese in the corner. He'll bring it up, give it to Swanson. Swanson step back three. Short, no good. Rebound by Baker. And as soon as they brought it down, all the Vikings tried to swarm for it and take it from him.
Yeah, they did. He's starting to learn how to be strong on the boards as well, not just offensively.
Vincent with the basketball, gives it to Meister. Now right back to Vincent as Heston curls it. Now they give it to Baker. He'll kick it out to Heston at the top of the key, worked on by Jones. Heston drives, gets all the way to the rim, goes up and misses, but a blocking foul, and it will send Eli Heston to the line. And it's going to go on number 23, Julius Smith-Reeves. Coach Hauk making a face. He does not like it, as that is 2 on Smith-Reeves now.
If I had $1 for every time Eli Heston hit the ground hard in a game, I would be a millionaire. He hits the ground hard on about 80% of his layup attempts.
And he's got a long ways to fall.
Yes, yes.
As Jones checks out, Webb checks back in. Grizzlies knot this game up 36-36. One more to come from Heston as the shot is up and in for Eli Heston, 37-36. And Hickles runs the point guard position for the Grizzlies, or for the Vikings.
What a good game. We're responding when they hit us, and they're responding when we hit them. This is a great game.
And an and one opportunity now for Paxton Swanson as he used the fadeaway on Chase Carnahan, and he connects it, and it's 37-36, or 38-37 now. Vikings with one more to come for Swanson.
Yeah, Paxton's playing really, really good. He's playing like Eli. He's playing really good.
As it's Vincent on the inbound, 2-point Viking lead now as Heston brings the ball up the floor and kicks it to Trey Vincent. Now right back to Heston. They break the full court two-man pressure. Ball enters high to Baker. Now gives it to Alex Meister. He'll pull up in the lane and score, and that's Alex Meister's game. That mid-range jumper, 39-39. Hickles looks to drive as he stops now, gives it off to Smith-Reeves, gets Baker in the air, and a foul on the floor. And that's a smart foul by Hudson Baker to get it on the deck.
Was a good foul. He was going to score if he didn't foul him there. Alex Meister is so smooth. He did that slow step again. He kind of hesitated, reassessed, Parsons jumped, and he got an edge on him.
Ball into Hauk. He'll launch a three from the corner. It's off the mark. Rebound Eli Heston as he has it, gives it up now to Trey Vincent into the corner to Chase Carnahan. Carnahan now to Heston. As Heston set up, kicks it to the corner to Carnahan and up top to Baker as they rotate the ball around the perimeter. Baker takes a dribble. Now he tries to get a backdoor pass to Meister. It's poked away and taken away by Swanson as he was in full denial of Alex Meister.
And Hudson never looked anywhere else but Alex. He had Eli on the backside.
Hickles thought about a step-back jumper, nothing there. Now gets it to Smith-Reeves as he'll kick it out to Swanson. Swanson now gets a foot in the lane, spin move, double team coming, gets it to Hauk. Now Hauk drives, pump fake, goes up and scores it. and Vikings will reclaim the lead 41-39.
That was pretty good defense. Baseline's tough to guard all the time, and Houck got just enough room to be able to finish at the rim.
So 41-39, a minute 53 to go here in quarter number 3. Grizzlies trailing by 2 as Meister looks to drive right now, spins back to the middle and gives it up to Carnahan. Carnahan with it, guarded by Smith-Reese, gives it off to Heston. Heston pump fakes a 3. He's going to drive right, kicks to Meister. Meister gets in the lane, has it stripped by Swanson. Swanson's having an impact, and Hickles goes with the Euro step and lays it in. 43-39. Vikings with a 4-point lead, as now there's a dish backside. Baker loses it. He tries to corral it, gets it back. Carnahan comes away with it after the strip, and he'll give it out to Meister.
You got to be ready for that pass if you're Hudson. Always expect to get the ball when you're open.
As a timeout, timeout Labette County, 43-39. It's a full timeout, Coach Argerbright. Let's take 60 seconds here on KLKC.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Wood Doolahary Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners Insurance.
43-39, and it is Carnahan on the inbound. Inbounds it deep to Vinson. Now to Meister in the corner, kicks it out to Carnahan as they're trying to get Heston open, and they will. He'll give it up to Baker. Now Baker spins, kicks it back out to Heston. 57 seconds on the clock. Ball over to Carnahan. Extra pass to Meister in the corner. He's open for 3, leaves it short. Rebound by Jones and Smith-Reese, but it will be Smith-Reese who takes it. As they give it up to Jones, he'll kick it to Swanson now. They look inside now, trying to get into Cedric Webb, and cannot, as Jones will back it out. 43-39, 35 seconds on the clock, and we're going to assume the Vikings are going to try and hold for one shot.
And it could be a big shot because I don't think they've been up by more than like 5 or 6 for a while. So if they hit one here, it could hurt.
As Swanson drives out of control, no foul, and it's out of bounds to Labette County. And Coach Houck cannot believe there was a no call, as it will go to Labette County with 17 seconds left.
Got to get a good look. Don't take a premature fader that doesn't hit the rim. Get your feet set, get a good look.
As Heston drives left, kicks it to Meister. Now Meister in the center, poked out by Jones, but Heston corrals it, gives it to Carnahan. Extra pass, Vincent in the corner, he'll launch a 3, hits the back rim and falls off. So at the end of the third quarter, it is the Labette County Grizzlies trailing the Parsons Vikings 43-39.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tingle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke, it's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That spells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
8 minutes to decide a victor here tonight inside Parsons High School. Vikings currently with a 4-point lead and the basketball as Houck sets to inbound it to Jones.
Hopefully it comes down to the last couple minutes, because as it looks and feels now, Parsons may be up by 8 or 9 in the next couple minutes, but I hope I'm wrong.
Swanson gets it and gives it inside to Hickles and scores it as the Viking lead extends to 5 now, or 6 now, sorry. As it is ball up top with Vincent. They're hounding Eli Heston, not letting him get the basketball. And now it's Carnahan giving it off to Vincent. As Vincent tries to go inside to Baker. Parsons Vikings fight over. Now Baker gets it. He's fouled. That's 4 on Silas Hickles. And that's a big one on Hickles, as now it's decision time for Coach Houck.
Yeah, Hickles has definitely been helpful for Parsons down there, just because he can test Hudson a little bit better than anybody else can on their team. But this is Hudson's, if he scores, his first bucket of the game.
As Baker hits the first one from the free throw line. One more to come for Baker. Viking lead now 5 as Webb checks in, and Hickles checks out. Eaton head to the table, and he will check in for Vincent here. So first time we've seen a guard sub in this one so far, in the second half.
Yeah, and Griff has played, but it doesn't seem like he's played those minutes that he had been getting.
And he's had a rough stretch here recently where it's been travel, travel, and so maybe a little bit of a confidence issue starting to get into the mind of Griffin Eaton. As the next shot from Baker is up, hits the side rim and off. Rebound Vikings. It's a 5-point Viking lead with 7 minutes to go in regulation. Webb has it. He'll back it out. And he'll go inside to Smith-Reese, guarded by Baker. Kicks it to Jones now. As Jones is guarded by Eaton. Eaton staying up on him. And Jones will come to Swanson. Swanson now dribbled back up, set up the offense. Grizzlies not backing off the pressure, continuing to creep forward. As Swanson goes to drive right. Carnahan right there.
Nice.
Swanson falls down. And it is a timeout, Vikings, as Swanson was in trouble. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And, Jack, a lot's going to happen here in 6 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah, it is. Two things either happen. We come back and tie it or take a 1-2-point lead, or Parsons is up 10 and we're having a depressing 30-second timeout in about 2 minutes. It's going to be one of those two things.
Why do you call it depressing?
Well, just because I feel like in the second half it's been different. We're only down 5, but it's felt like Parsons is so much closer to stretching it than they were in the first half. In the first half, I was confident we would respond and tie it or take the lead. In the second half, it's felt a little bit different. It's felt like we've struggled responding, and that it's been easier for Parsons to score inside, as all their points have come from inside, or at least they haven't hit a 3 in the second half.
Inbound coming for Houck as he looks to get in. He's going to inbound it deep to Jones as Eaton was right there, but Jones corrals it. He gets the free throw line, backs it out, and kicks it to number 23, Smith-Reese. Kicks to Webb now. Webb's going to drive.
Wow.
A pass stripped by Trent Brock, and he's dribbling it up the floor. You don't see this too often as he gives it off to Carnahan. An out-of-control possession turns into a turnover for Labette County. It looks to be 2 points on the other end for the Parsons Vikings, as it's Smith-Reese laying it in.
And that's the difference between the first and the second half. That's exactly what I was alluding to. That is a 4-point swing. It could be 46-42, but instead it's 47-40.
As it's Carnahan with the basketball. Carnahan gets around the screen. Parsons' hands are active. Now it is Eaton driving baseline, gets it poked out, and it'll be Labette County inbounds off the active hands from Ethan Houck.
Yeah, and it's not like we're playing bad. It just hasn't been as easy for us to respond in the second half.
As Carnahan drives baseline, kicks it out to Meister. Meister now with it, hands it off to Heston. He'll launch a 3 over Jones and hit it for Eli Heston. That's a big one, as that puts the lead right back to 4 for the Vikings.
And Eli's first field goal of the second half. Hopefully that means more to come, because we need it.
As it's Smith-Reese giving it off to Swanson. He drives baseline on Carnahan. Pump fake. Carnahan staying right there. It's poked out and it stays with the Vikings. Swanson picks up his dribble. They go inside to Houck. Collapse comes. Houck kicks it to Swanson. 3 from Swanson, and he hits it. Paxton Swanson is on fire tonight for these Vikings.
Yeah, that's his third 3 of the night, and kind of a chaotic possession. but we had some of those in the first quarter as well.
Ball to Carnahan as he picks up a double team. They'll give it back to Heston, now to Meister, who goes inside, and he is fouled by Ethan Hauk. And so Alex Meister will head to the line for 2 shots.
Sometimes Eli Heston draws so much attention that they forget about Alex Meister, who's pretty good at basketball as well. And he had a wide open one-on-one situation on the baseline.
Meister's first shot is up and in. Alex Meister having a good night tonight for the Grizzlies. As one more to come as Brock checks out, Eaton checks out, Baker and Vincent check in.
Yeah, Alex and Eli kind of really showing what their duo is about that we've seen multiple times.
Meister's next free throw's up and in, 50-45. Grizzlies need a stop as it's 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go, or 10 seconds now to go in the regulated time frame. Ball to Jones. He's driving on Vincent. Stump, and it looks like he got away with the travel as he slid on that jump stop, but they're going to say it's a foul on Trey Vincent, and it's going to be out of bounds to the Vikings.
Yeah, and one thing that I like about this game, it's been a great game, and fouls have not interfered with that. No team has been in the bonus with an absurd amount of time left. It's been a clean game.
3 from Swanson leaves it short. He's heat checking himself. Ball up the floor to Vincent, a little bit too far as he saves it along the baseline. What a play from Trey Vincent. He circles back around, goes into the center, misses the 2-footer. Rebound nearly taken down by Baker, but Jones has it in transition. Goes right into Meister, and they're going to call the block and one. And that is a huge, huge turn of events as that block goes on Alex Meister, as they're saying he was under the cylinder.
The ref waited for it to go in before he made the call. I wonder if Jones missed if he would have called the charge, because he watched and waited to make his call until it went in.
Jones misses the free throw, and now it's a rebound. Heston, as he had taken away, he gets it back, and Webb goes up and scores it. Argerbright wanted an and one on that one as he's following the official up the sideline. 52-47, 5-point lead now for the Vikings. And so we're right back where we were. Jump stop, kick to the corner to Hauk as he drives, he misses, rebound Baker. If I can get my words straight here, so much going on as Carnahan has it up the floor. 4 minutes, now to Baker in the middle, kicks to Vincent, extra pass Heston. 4-3, Eli Heston leaves it short. Rebound by Jesse Jones.
Oh, man, you could just tell, oh, man, that was a big shot. And after all that chaos, I feel like we kind of came out on top, only down 5.
As Jones out in transition, and he hits it, 54-47. So right back to that 7-point Viking lead as Heston has it. He'll back it out, give it to Vincent. Vincent over now to Alex Meister into the corner to Carnahan. Carnahan is loose with the basketball. It's taken away by Smith-Reeves. He tries to go coast to coast and lays it in and does. And it's a 9-point Viking lead. And it's a timeout, Parsons. And it's a full timeout. Let's take a 60-second break on KLKC. Vikings 56, Grizzlies 47.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We could do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches, we could do capsules, we can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
A 9-point Viking lead. It's Grizzly basketball as they've got to start to chip away here as there's only 3:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. Vincent brings it across the timeline. as he looks inside at Meister. Now they look for Heston. They deny Heston. Vincent gets it, kicks it to Meister. Now Meister drives, gets in the lane, goes up, and scores it. 56-49. Grizzlies got a D up now as Hickles nearly loses the basketball and re-corrals it as Vincent's up on him. Hickles will hand it off to Swanson now. Swanson drives right, has it stripped out by Carnahan. Meister has it. He's looking to attack on Houck. He'll go up and score it, and it's right back to a 5-point Viking lead.
Yeah, we're right back there following that depressing timeout I alluded to earlier. We came right back.
Vincent staying right up on Hickles. As Hickles has it now, he's in trouble trying to get it off, and he'll give it off to Webb. As Webb's guarded by Heston, kick to Houck, he'll drive. He picks it up now, and he goes back the other way, stripped out but corralled by Smith-Reese. He goes up with the left hand and scores it. Right back to a 7-point lead for the Vikings.
Another sloppy possession that came away in a positive way for the Vikings. We had some in the first quarter. It just kind of flipped a little bit.
Carnahan has it, kicks it over now to Vincent. Ball poked out by Smith-Reese, up to Webb it goes. And now Smith-Reese goes up and scores it. And Vikings extend that lead right back to 9. And we'll see 5 White, as that is a warning on 5 White. I'm pretty sure he touched the basketball after it came through the rim. And so Jones checks in, Silas Hickles checks out. There's 2 minutes to go, 9-point Viking lead.
We went on a 4-0 run, they went on a 4-0 run, all of that in about a span of 60 seconds or less actually.
As Heston has it, kicks it to Meister. Meister drives, gets in the lane, goes up, misses the floater, rebound Baker. He'll go up and score it. And right back, Grizzlies not going away. 7-point lead. Grizzlies got to get another stop and a turnover as Jones has it. Jones gets in the middle, tries to dish it off to Webb, and it is Labette County basketball with a minute 40 to go.
Yeah, we're not done yet. I mean, we were down 9 with about a minute 50 left. Now we're down 7 with a minute 40. Not a bad ratio there. So, and we got the ball. So hopefully Parsons hasn't shot free throws that well tonight. Down the stretch, they're going to be shooting some.
Eaton checks in for Baker, as I assume they're going to go offense for defense on the Vikings. As it's Heston with it, 1:39 to go, 60-53. As they're going to run a pick and roll with Heston. He drives left, gets in the lane, puts up the floater, misses. Rebound Vincent, extra pass to Carnahan, now to Eaton in the corner. Eaton drives, kicks to Carnahan, now to Heston. Heston's going to drive baseline, pump fake, go up and be fouled by Silas Hickles, and that is number 5 on Silas Hickles. And that'll send Eli Heston to the line for 2 big free throws.
Yeah, Eli's playing good. That whole possession, you could tell we were not going to stop passing until Eli got a shot. You could just tell, and he knew he was going to be the guy on that possession.
So 2 shots for Eli Heston, 60-53, and they're 2 big free throws at this point. As first shot is up from Eli, hits the front rim and rolls home, 60-54, and 1 more to come. As Coach Argerbright readjusts and puts Baker back and lets Vincent get in there on the rebounding. 1 shot now for Heston as it is on the way and home for Eli. Pressure full court from the Grizzlies as they'll get it into Julius Smith-Reese as he'll bring it across the timeline, look to get away with the carry. He'll attack Heston and lay it home and go coast to coast, 62-55. Grizzlies trying to respond now against the Vikings.
Smith-Reese has 18 in the second half, and I don't care who you are, that's tough to respond to.
Carnahan up to Heston. Heston now trying to give it off to Meister and does. Using too much clock, you're down to a minute remaining. Heston now with it on the left wing, pump fakes the 3, he drives, pulls up from inside 3-point line and hits it. 62-57, timeout Labette County, as we will take a 30-second break here on KLKC 106.7 FM.
I'm a patriot and a mechanic, which means I know the difference between a symbol and a tool. The American flag is a symbol of everything that I would die to defend. This is a tool. It says nothing about my politics. I wear it to protect the people that I love. We have a job to do, and this is the right tool for that job.
(62-57). Grizzlies trail by 5, full court pressure coming. And we'll see what the Grizzlies can do to shake it up on these Vikings. So Hickles is fouled out. Grizzlies have 3 fouls till the Vikings enter the bonus. Ball inbounds for Houck, gets it into Jones.
Oh my God.
Jesse Jones and out of bounds, Labette County basketball, and that is a huge turnover against the Parsons Vikings.
Yeah, that's big. And I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. A 5-point deficit with 50 seconds left. Very much stranger things have happened, and you can just kind of see the dark cloud that's been over the Vikings' head recently has raised its head once again.
As they get it to Meister. Meister now pump fakes, drives on Smith-Reese, and Smith-Reese bodied him, but no foul call. Turnover, and it is Jesse Jones fouled by Eli Heston. It's on the deck. And right then, it just flips the other way, and now Grizzlies have got to get another stop.
You had to have that. I'm not saying we can't win the game, but that hurts our chances, in my mind, tremendously. We had to score right there.
Vikings trying to get it in. They'll lob it into Smith-Reese. Vincent guarding him. They'll kick it corner to Jones. As Jones gets up, and he is all the way up at the half-court line when Eaton fouls him. So one more foul to give for Labette County before the Vikings enter the bonus. So 30.4 seconds, 5-point Viking lead. Houck set to inbound as he will get it into Jones as Eaton goes at him and does foul him. So it will send Jesse Jones to the line here with 28.3 seconds left.
Yeah, and you knew this game was going to come down to them missing free throws and us. We had to score every time we got the ball, and we just messed that up right here. So I don't know if we can pull this out.
Jones hits the front end of the 1-and-1. One more for Jesse Jones, as it extends the lead 63-57. Grizzlies need a miss here as it is up and on the way, and Jones hits it. Looks smooth with the stroke. Heston has it. Now he's going coast to coast. Was tripped up by Jones. Pump fake from Heston. He's having to hold it. Throws it to Vincent, and it's out of bounds, and that might be the nail in the coffin on the Labette County Grizzlies.
It's really hard to play from behind like that, and it's our fault that we were in that position. There's no excuses about it, but it's just hard to play from behind with about 30-40 seconds left.
64-57, timeout Parsons. Let's take a 30-second break here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you, we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
(64-57) Viking basketball. Grizzlies are going to have to get out and foul or force a turnover right off the inbound, as their percentage chances right now are down around that 3% mark.
We got to the point, I didn't really have a break, but I wanted to say, we had to score every time we got the ball, and we've had it twice and haven't scored either time. So a miracle's got to happen. Even though it's doable, we had to score there.
So timeout Vikings again as they try to get it in off of the inbound. As we will keep it here, remind you that tonight's broadcast is powered by Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op. We also want to say thank you to our other sponsors for tonight's broadcast.
Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, Nodine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, Farm Bureau Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House. And make sure you stay tuned for our post-game show when the action concludes, sponsored by Bowen Pharmacy.
As it is Viking basketball once again here off the inbound. Grizzlies will be in full court man denial, trying to get a steal here and cut into this lead with what little time is left, and a foul before the ball was inbounded. It'll send Paxton Swanson to the line, whether that's designed or not, but the official got Carnahan for the hold.
You know, I never thought about that. You know, you always think you want to make sure you foul the right man, make sure he gets the ball. You could foul him before they inbound the ball.
You just got to make sure they're moving. It doesn't look bad.
Right, exactly. But, yeah, that's something that if that was on purpose.
As Swanson hits the first of 2 free throws, so one more to come for Paxton Swanson. Lead has ballooned to 8 for the Vikings.
Yeah, and Swanson's points keep ballooning as well, just with 4 in the fourth quarter, but it seems like he shot the ball really well.
Second free throw is long and strong. Rebound by Julia Smith-Reese, and Smith-Reese will head to the line for a 1-and-1 after the Grizzlies did not execute on the box out as that foul goes on Chase Carnahan. That is his 4th.
Yeah, tough way to go out because you had a chance until just seconds ago. Had a couple costly possessions without points. Just a tough way to go out.
As Smith-Reese around the rim and out, that extends the Viking lead to 9. It's going to look a lot worse scoreboard-wise than what it was. As one more from Smith-Reese is in, that's a 10-point Viking lead. 17.9 seconds to go. Ball inbounded to Eaton. Eaton travels with it, wanted to give it to Heston, but then shuffled the feet and turnover. Labette County. As it will be Hauk on the inbound. Now for the Vikings with 15.2 seconds remaining. As Swanson is fouled, and Swanson will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, even though we had opportunities and didn't score, you are right. I mean, this is going to look a lot worse than it was. I think some of the seniors maybe are checking in. I don't know.
Looks last two, Cooper only 2 seniors on the bench.
Yep.
So those 2 will check in here for Labette County as Eaton and Vincent will check out. So seniors Trent Brock and Cooper Peak both check in for one final time.
Coach Argerbright has Trey Vincent under his left arm and Griff Eaton under his right arm. Those 2 young men right there are going to be a problem in the SEK for teams down the stretch. Next season, Trey Vincent, Griff Eaton, Hudson Baker, Eli Heston. Are you kidding me? This is going to be a just fine basketball team in the next coming seasons.
Yeah, the next one in particular is you're going to have Meister and Heston.
Meister
and Heston in their senior
Oh,
seasons,
my goodness.
along with Carnahan. Smith-Reese will check out for the Vikings. Gatewood will check in along with Smith, as Gatewood's going to have Hauk check out, as Baker's now going to check back in. So Hauk's a senior. He will leave the gymnasium. And Trent Brock's going to check out one final time for Labette County as he gets a big hug from Coach Argerbright. And I would imagine a big thank you for everything he has done over the 2 seasons as a head coach for Coach Argerbright. As now John Kohler checks in and Cooper Peak is checking out. And Peak's going to get a hug as well from Coach Argerbright for everything he has done. Not the senior campaign Cooper Peak was looking for, but with somebody who still continues to push his squad through practice and good minutes off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a month and a half into the season, and I didn't even think Cooper was on the team. And then he comes back, plays good minutes like you said, so that's always good for Cooper, and I would expect nothing less.
So all the kids are rotating out. They're pulling all the seniors and the starters for the Vikings and getting everybody into this ball game. As we're waiting to see the last 12.8 seconds as John Redford now has the basketball for the Grizzlies as he will bring it across. 6 seconds now on the clock. Gatewood on Redford. And Redford will give it off to Hauk. Now Hauk to Hodge. Hodge will not get the shot off before time expires. And so, final score here inside Parsons High School. It is the Parsons Vikings 69, the Labette County Grizzlies 57. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We come back. We'll have your post-game stats brought to you by Stats by Jack.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Wood Doolahary Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners Insurance.
I'm a patriot and a mechanic, which means I know the difference between a symbol and a tool. The American flag is a symbol of everything that I would die to defend. This is a tool. It says nothing about my politics. I wear it to protect the people that I love. We have a job to do, and this is the right tool for that job.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke, it's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time.
That spells fast.
Better call 911. At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
57 points. Eli Heston had 23. Alex Meister had 21. And then after that, it went down to Trey Vinson with 6 points all in the first half. Then Carnahan with 4 all in the first half. And Hudson Baker with 3 all in the fourth quarter. And then for the Vikings, Smith Reese had 25, and he had 20 of them in the second half. Swanson had 16. Jones had 9. Webb had 6. Hickles had 8. And Hauk had 4. So another kind of quiet night for Hauk, but the main player, I think, of this team, Smith Reese, 25 points. Truck going downhill. He was hard for us to stop inside. Lost by 12. This, honestly, is kind of close to what I think the score was, but flipped last time we played him. But down the stretch, a lot of free throws were made by Parsons. They scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. That's a good fourth quarter, and a lot came off free throws. I say a lot, probably a fifth of them. But still, it lost by 12. We didn't lose by 12.
No, and that's what we talked about, is it looked worse than what it was. Grizzlies fall by 12, but really it seemed more of a 2 to 3 point game on both sides. I mean, even if Labette County wins this and they win by 12, you don't say it's a 12-point victory by any means.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for next season. And there were a lot of promising things that happened this season. first quarter, there were weeks where I was like, man, this is this is tough to watch. And the past couple weeks hadn't been pretty either. But definitely whenever you're going into a fresh season, you don't want to take any of those things into the next season. You only want to take good things. And we already mentioned players who are coming back. This is going to be a really good Grizzly team next season.
And your 2 leading scorers return next season.
Yeah.
You're going to return Alex Meister. You're going to return Eli Heston. Hudson Baker's going to be in that starting lineup next year without a doubt. And then you start to surround him with Trey Vincent. We talked about Xavier Phillips when we were at commercial break, out with an injury right now, a kid that lost a year of development, but a kid that's probably going to play some varsity basketball next year. Griffin Eaton's back. I mean, the list goes on. John Redford's back. This team is going to be
everybody
but
Trent and Cooper. And they're a loss, but everybody but Trent and Cooper is coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, 95% of our scoring, more. So I'm just saying that's the facts. So we're going to be a really good team next season, and we're going to surprise some people and knock off some top dogs.
Let's take a 60-second timeout and see if Coach Argerbright emerges from the locker room for a post-game interview. And if not, we'll get you set for tomorrow night's action between the Lady Grizzlies and the Lady NATO. So a 60-second timeout here on KLKC 106.7 FM.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here, we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We could do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches. We could do capsules. We can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
No sign from Coach Argerbright. And Jack, that means we're on to tomorrow night where Labette County will take on Labette County Lady Grizzlies will take on the Coffeyville Phil Kinley Golden Tornado for the rights to the SEK Championship. Lady Grizzlies win. They will host that Saturday at 3 o'clock against the winner of the Independence Bulldogs and the Chanute Lady Blue Comets.
And is that matchup tomorrow night as well?
It is. Everything will take place tomorrow night. As tonight, the Chanute Blue Comets came from behind to beat the Independence Bulldogs. So the Blue Comets will host these Vikings at Chanute on Friday night at 7 p.m. for the right to a state tournament. And so a lot of interesting basketball on tap. But the Grizzlies fall tonight, ending the men's season, as they will look forward to next season. But now we turn the page and get ready for Lady Grizzlies, and it should be a good one. Coming down the road this week, we expect the Lady Grizzlies ultimately show their strengths against the Coffeyville Phil Kinley Golden Tornado, and so then that'll leave the winner of the other game, which we presumably think it could be the Lady Blue Comets, but this is March Madness.
Yeah, that's true. You never know what's going to happen, and Independence is okay. Our girls are just so good that I'm serious.
I mean, girls have the third best record in the state.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Nickerson, or Clay Center, I think, is 18-0, and then it goes Bishop Miege at 17-1, Labette County Lady Grizzlies at 17-3.
I mean, that's great. No matter, and the league wasn't bad this season, but to go undefeated, whether they're bad, good, great, average, is still really good. To have a target on your back all season, still go undefeated, and I expect this Lady Grizzly team to make it to state and maybe do some damage in Salina. They're looking really solid, and granted anything crazy, should find themselves in the championship game this coming Saturday.
Final score here from Parsons High School, it is the Parsons Vikings 69 and the Labette County Grizzlies 57. We'll see you tomorrow night here on KLKC 106.7 FM as the Lady Grizzlies and the Lady NATO square off at 7 p.m. from Harrison Gymnasium. As I'm in Parsons High School, I'm Will Owens alongside Jack Leake III.